good, fam? It's Mr. Kelly with Good to the Hood, talking about anything and everything that impacts the culture. And today my special guest is Halim Ali, aka Don Blas, for those of you that go way back in ACO.
Yes, come on.
And today, let me see. Well, you know what? I want to talk on that just real quick before we get into our conversation. Because people want to say, you just going to buzz by Don Blas? So, if you're Denver Aurora, the hip-hop scene, you got to know who this guy is. You don't know that I know this, but I used to listen. Now, were you not the guy that came up with the song My Tiny?
With Jadakiss and Styles.
Yes, exactly. Okay, so that was big. I remember that back in the day.
And you know, brother, it was huge. We were the first ones to perform at Red Rocks in terms of Fiddler's Green in terms of Summer Jam.
Yeah.
5 years in a row.
5 years in a row?
5 years in a row.
Okay.
We don't get the credit we deserve because, to be honest with you, I've never been a local artist. So I never really featured local artists on my songs, right?
Okay.
I would go far and wide because at the end of the day, you know, the local politics, I've always kind of stayed out of that, right?
Okay.
So we had, with Mobstyle, we had
Mobstyle.
the Office of Artists and Repertoire. We had the president of advertising and publicity.
Okay.
Francois was the president of promotion and marketing. We had an organization.
Right.
I was the only MC.
You had a studio though too, right? In Denver?
Absolutely.
Because I remember, what was the studio?
Hemp Shack. We called it Hemp Shack.
Okay.
Hemp Shack.
And the only reason why I bring that up is because I remember, so my oldest boy and one of his friends, and maybe a couple of other peewees, but they were part of your guys' like street team.
Yeah, man. We had a street team about 25, 30 young men strong.
Yeah.
Been doing this work with our boys.
Exactly.
Been snatching them up off the street, incentivizing them, giving them jobs, putting money in their pockets. So see, I'm not too far removed from where I started.
Yeah.
And other artists out here, can't nobody really stake that claim that they had street teams and put these youngsters on.
Yeah. No, I remember.
You understand?
Yeah, so I remember.
Bro.
So,
yeah. So y'all don't forget that. Y'all be trying to act like brothers is doing hip-hop documentaries about Denver and want to leave me out.
Right.
Your documentary ain't real.
That's true.
It's not authentic if Don Blas ain't in it. Period, point blank.
And that's why I see, and so I didn't want to blow and go too crazy. I'm just going to rub the sticks together. He gonna catch the embers. And,
yes, sir.
Okay. So I just wanted to say that because I remember as a young guy that was, I was trying to do a little bit of the music back in the day also. And I knew, some of these crews and whatever. But I really, once I saw you really stuck in my mind because of Jadakiss.
Yes,
because,
sir.
like you said, like that's not obviously, anybody knows hip hop knows Kiss. You know what I mean? Clearly, that's a real dude.
Let me tell you something.
And that's still hot.
When I went to LA to get down with Kiss, Jadakiss and Styles were in the studio. Kiss was the only one supposed to be on the song.
Okay.
Now I'm with these dudes for 2 days before we actually get in the studio.
Okay.
Right? And so they looking at how I dress. They kind of looking at my swag. They from New York. I'm from Colorado. They like, is this dude R&B? Like, what is this cat?
Yeah.
Man, we got on that mic. And I got to screaming Capo to Tutti Cappy, Mobstyle, dominant. They heard my flow. I promise you, I came out the booth. Styles pulled me to the side. He lifted up his shirt. I got Capo to Tutti Cappy here, and this means Don of all Dons. He got it on his stomach. He said, Blas, you got to let me on this song. I said, bro, I'm not paying no more. He was like, bro, you don't have to. Let me get on this song. Man, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Wow. This is what they don't know, though.
Yeah.
This is true hip-hop history.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's a story that hasn't been told.
Okay.
Right? And they, they trying to avoid it.
Right.
Right? They trying to avoid it.
I know some local guys that are really trying to, and I ain't going to say nobody's name because you can just go in a number of different directions. And they doing their thing, but I mean, obviously, that's maybe within the past few years. I mean, this is way back. Like this conversation. When did that come out? When did you drop that track?
That was like what? Man, I want to say,
that's
06, 7.
I was going to say it's got to be closer to 20 than not. It's got to be like close to 20 years, right? It's 2020 now. That had to be maybe about 04, 05, 06 ish.
Okay, right around. Yep.
Right?
05, 06 ish. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because I think when you first dropped that, wasn't there a cassette?
No.
Now
the cassette.
Well, you had something on
Now
cassette.
here's the thing.
Okay.
What I had on cassette, we had Sunshine Records off of
Kofax and Galena.
Come on.
Yeah, I know. Right.
They didn't even have a local section. I made my first record. I was the only tape and CD. I didn't have a cover on it.
Okay.
I was called at that time Don Blas. Him Shack Productions. It wasn't even Mobstyle yet. This is hip hop history, brother.
Okay.
You understand? Because we started this thing. Like real talk, in terms of professionalism, creating creating the sensationalizing music in this demographic where we started to get respect and recognition from other demographics.
Yeah.
New York wasn't respecting us till we got down with Kiss and them boys.
How did it come to pass with even with that, with Kiss and Styles P? Like, I mean, was it just like you called whatever their team? Or
I didn't call nobody. They called me. I had a brother that worked at Jive. Shout out to my guy, DJ Midas, if he's still doing the thing.
Well, that sounds so familiar too.
Yeah, bro. So he was with Jive, working A&R department with Jive.
Okay.
And, you know, I went out there, rocked with him a couple times, and I had my, see, you bringing all these memories back, but I had my album mastered at Bernie Grundman.
Okay.
All right, now Bernie Grundman, he's mastered Whitney Houston, all Dr. Dre's records, all the Eminem's records. Yeah, bro.
Okay.
I mean, I believed enough in myself to invest in myself.
Yeah.
I was a hustler, but what I was doing with my money was putting it into my craft and talent.
Yeah.
So I got down with Midas. He knew I was a down dude, so he was like, "Yo, bro, Kiss gonna be in town, you know, next weekend.
Okay.
In a week. You know, it might have been even 2-3 days." I said, "Bro, I'm there." Okay. I got there. I remember being in the studio with it was a Thong Song, and Kiss. When I got to LA, Kiss and Nas were recording. Okay. Kiss and Nas. So I'm sitting there, me and my guy sitting there like, yo, this is history. And Kiss, he walks around for about an hour in a circle, no pen, and he said, "All right, I'm ready." This dude touched the mic, bro. It was the most fire verse I ever saw. I was like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, no,
this is sick.
Yeah.
Right? And after that, man, you know, it was about 2 days before we actually got in the studio, but we hung out, man, Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles and all the good stuff.
Okay.
And by the time we got to the studio, bro, I mean, and they were still standoffish for those 2 days, but after we recorded, oh man, it was popping bottles, going to the club. You my guy. He come to Denver, call me. What's up, fam? How you doing?
Wow, that's crazy. So you were. Let me see here. So how many albums did you drop?
Man, officially, I'd say man, 4.
Really?
3, 4.
Okay.
Because we did when I signed Kingdom. And we did
Kingdom,
we did the Underworld Volume 1, and it was more of a mixtape, you know, and I was producing at that time as well. But the first record that was in Sunshine before Mobstyle, that was just a 9-song piece, Dime Bag of Weed. Yeah.
Okay.
After that, my first official project with Mobstyle was Capo di Tutti Capi. We got a small distribution deal off of that one. Then we dropped the Modus, the mode of operation.
That one I really remember because
that's the one that Jada Kiss was on. He was on.
Yeah, and I remember that one because that one I think y'all really started pushing heavy.
Yeah.
Because I remember seeing shirts.
Oh yeah.
I remember seeing shirts and so then and that's why the timeline has to be like 04, 06 because I had a clothing line back then called Eugene's Clothing, right? I'm gonna do another show on local clothing lines and stuff later, but I had a clothing line, and the guy that I went to go and help, that used to help me silk screen some of my shirts, because I would silk screen them at home, but for volume purposes before festivals, I'd like, you know what I'm saying, like get some of them out, was Rick Whiteside. Rick Whiteside.
Man, that sounds familiar.
B&E.
Yeah, so we would print our shirts.
Exactly. I know. Because I would walk in there, he had like work that he's done and everything. I'm going in there like, yeah, I need this, and then I'd look and I saw that shirt. It's with you. You had like a vest on, smoking a cigar or something.
Yeah.
And I was like, I went to school with that guy, and Rick was like, "Oh, do you know Don Blas?" Old white guy said, "Do you know Don Blas?"
Yeah,
Like, man, this is crazy. He goes, "Yeah,
Yes, sir.
he gets
Yes,
his
sir.
shirts made here."
Yes, sir.
So yeah, so that's what I'm saying. That's what's like. So that's even though we've never outside of today, we've never really, we've never sat down, broke
Yes,
bread
sir.
or whatever.
Yes, sir.
I'm telling you, I know a lot of the people. You know a lot of the people that I know. I mean, like you even said off air, like you go through, you're watching some of the videos. You're like, man, I know that guy.
Yes,
I know
sir.
that guy. I know
Yes,
that guy.
sir.
So that's just how that's how it is in Colorado. Like we were saying, I feel like every black and brown person in Colorado, probably about 2-3 degrees
But
apart.
the thing
You
is,
know
it's
what I'm
like
saying? As far as physically knowing.
But it's like KRS once said, many people know me, but I'm known by a few. My circle's always been small.
Right.
I don't give everybody access to my energy, and I never have.
Right.
And cats kind of feel some kind of way about that. But at the end of the day, I know what my destiny is. And like today I had a virtual summer camp with with about 17, 20 kids. And I was telling them, I said, the most important decision that you'll ever make in your life is who you choose to make your friends, who you choose to give your energy and your time to.
No, that's true. That's facts.
Right?
Yeah.
So just because we out here and you want to rap, nah, bruh.
Yeah.
You feel me? How serious are you about it? Because I'm serious. I'm investing in myself.
Right.
I'm not rapping and then going to work a day job and then hitting the studio at night. No, this is what I do all day, every day. Songwriting.
Right.
You understand? And this is how we were able to get the connections in LA, get the connections in New York. I mean, my first deal with Sony Red was out of Las Vegas. My second deal with Universal in 2008 was out of New York. You know what I mean? And the only reason I came back from that deal was because my father fell terminally ill. I was out there for about 4 months. Universal had invested about $300,000, right? Gave me a stipend. I didn't even cash the check. They had got me a place right across the street from the Marcus Garvey Rec Center in Brooklyn. Biggie stomping grounds, baby. I'm walking in that spirit out there recording. And I remember it was October 31st, 2009, bro. And my mom called me and said, your father has fell terminally ill. You need to come home. I was home in 2 days. I didn't even tell him I was leaving. Because that's something you don't ask permission for.
No, for sure.
Right?
Yeah.
Because they wasn't going to let me go. They don't, because the game has no feelings.
Right. Right.
But sometimes you have to move the way God tell you to move. And this is when God started taking hip-hop out of my life and putting me in a position to serve the people for real.
Okay. I was just getting ready to ask because I know that you're definitely involved in the community on a whole different level. Like you said, and expanded kind of what you already were at your core. Like you said, at the when you had the street team and all that, you were already doing, maybe you didn't, and let me know if I'm leaping, but you were already entering into your purpose, I'll say.
My man.
Because
Absolutely.
you were already helping young people. But then
Absolutely.
you realized, right, that, okay, this is the direction I really need to go. Because I know you do things in the community, which, we're going to touch on in here.
Yes, sir.